The next step is a very important one, guys, and a lot of times it is a real pain point for a lot of people who apply for it. Is the delay with the application and not finding out exactly what's going on. So I'm going to discuss with you what can you do to avoid delays with your application, and a lot of it is in the preparation and when you're applying. So to avoid any delays, these are the things that you can do when submitting your application. So number one is be prepared. We talked about it earlier, and it is very, very important. Some of the things you can do is make sure you fully complete all forms, because if you leave anything blank or anything is not completed, it's gonna cause delays to your application, and they're gonna come back with, you're gonna have to redo the application, or they're gonna send the application back, so you have to complete it. Make sure you sign where is required, because a lot of time people forget to sign the forms. I know it sounds very silly, but it does happen. Make sure the technology and the systems you will use to carry out the regulated activities are in place, and you can provide the evidence of it. So if you're, whatever system you're using, obviously your company emails are set up, any other CRMs or anything like that that is essential for your business, make sure those systems are in place. The next very important thing you can do is be clear. So what that means is application can be delayed if your business plan is very generic. So make sure it's specific to your business. And that's why I covered it separately earlier about the importance of it and things you need to include. Or you don't explain your specific activities and how they relate to the permissions you're applying for. So if you're applying for full permissions or limited permissions, whichever one, make sure you're explaining it very clearly and it is specific to your business. Also, you need to be clearly explaining how and why individuals in key roles in your business were selected based on qualification and their experience. So again, that's very, very important. So say, for example, if you hired a mortgage broker, obviously, why did you select them? Okay, they had a CMAP, they worked as a mortgage broker for 5 years or 3 years or whatever years, just as an example, or any other role within the business. How, or as a business development manager, how did you decide to choose this person and why did you decide to choose them? The third thing you can do to avoid any delays with your application is being compliant. And what that means is identify any conflicts of interest and how you will address them and mitigate them, because that can happen. Be open and cooperative with the FCA and respond within required timescales. We spoke about that earlier. It is very important. So when a query comes in, and a lot of time it does, make sure you respond straight away. Don't delay it. Don't just sleep on it for a week, 2 weeks, because it does not look good. It shows to the FCA you have no urgency for this authorization, and you're not taking it very seriously. The third point is that your application should explain the compliance arrangements in place you have, or you will be putting them in place to meet your business's ongoing regulatory obligations. So it just depends how you're going to carry out your compliance, depending on, again, your permissions, audits, things like that. Are you hiring someone externally to carry out these checks for you or do like regular audits? So it's very important you include that when you're applying, and this will help you avoid delays with your application. So guys, hope you found this video helpful and it has now helped you when making a decision whether to become directly authorized or go down the AR route as we discussed in the previous video. Please do give this video a thumbs up. Give this channel a subscribe so you don't miss any future content. Also, leave me your comments with topic suggestions of things you'd like me to talk about in the future. Send me direct messages with questions or anything else. Or if you want to discuss any pain points you have as a broker, and perhaps I can help you in solving those problems. Thank you once again, guys, for watching, and I will see you next time.